As you should hopefully be able to tell from my channel name, I am a huge fan of Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is my all-time favorite attraction at Walt Disney World. I even have here this hat that I got back in 2003, my first time after riding the ride, and that was when I absolutely fell in love with it. Splash Mountain was my very first pin collection, and my very first pin that I ever owned was a Splash Mountain pin. It's almost the 25th anniversary of the Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World, coming up at the very beginning of October, which is pretty cool because my 25th birthday is coming up in about a month and a half, so that might be one of the reasons why I share such a strong affinity with this attraction. But so without further ado, I wanted to share my Splash Mountain pin collection. This was not only my first ever Splash Mountain pin, but my very first ever Disney pin that I own. I got this pin back in 2003. Like I said, that was the very first time I rode the attraction, and I loved it so much. So I got this Splash Mountain pin, I got that hat back there. I know I also had a really awesome shirt, and throughout the years I had other cool Splash merch as well. This is another one of my old open edition Splash pins. I know I got this one back in 2006 on our trip then. This one is fun because it's got a slider element, and the boat here slides up and down like it's going down the big final drop. I know they came out with a second version of this pin with a slightly different design, but it still had the slider boat going down. This pin I got back on my 2008 trip to Disney, and this one shows Mickey and Donald and Goofy looking super wet after the ride. One of the things that I especially like with Splash Mountain pins and just attraction pins in general is Disney characters on the ride. So I don't really collect pins of just the Brer characters or Song of the South. I really just like the Splash Mountain, the attraction pins. This is a really fun old open edition pin that I just found recently, and I really like this because I had a t-shirt that had this exact same artwork and saying. I'm pretty sure they had this artwork style probably back around 2006 for a number of the different attractions where they had these 3 different panels and a little saying underneath, and this one says Splash Mountain, dry is not an option. This is a Disneyland Splash Mountain 10th anniversary pin from 1999. And so this pin would have technically come out before there was official Disney pin trading. Also for anniversary pins, this is the Splash Mountain pin from Walt Disney World's 35th anniversary. This one is really neat because it has a spinner in the background going from nighttime with fireworks to the daytime, and this one is a limited edition, I believe, of around 2000. Here we have Minnie Mouse sitting on a boat looking super wet. I believe this one came from an old starter lanyard set with a bunch of e-ticket attractions. This is a pin that I really love. This is a Splash Mountain Fast Pass pin from Disneyland. They came out with these series of Fast Pass pins for Disneyland and DCA attractions back in 2010. And I think this is extra neat now because even Disneyland technically has gotten rid of the paper Fast Passes. Now they're just Fast Pass reminders. So they still print out a ticket that looks just like this with the artwork back on top, but it's not technically a Fast Pass. And this one is a limited edition of 750. This one here features Minnie Mouse in front of Splash Mountain, and this is a cast member exclusive pin. I'm pretty sure this was part of a series called Cast Member Hands Across the Lands. And so I don't think this was technically branded as a Splash Mountain pin, but it has Splash in the background, and I think it is really cute with the Minnie on it. This is my only pin that's just a Brer character without anything Splash Mountain related on it. This is a Brer Rabbit, and this comes from a mystery box set. I have a few pins that come from Tokyo Disneyland and the Splash Mountain attraction they have there. There's Donald Duck on it with the log flume going down. This one is also a Tokyo Disneyland pin, has a Brer Rabbit on it with a really neat logo design to it. This one also has a super nice glossy finish to it. This pin here I absolutely love. This is from the Disney Store Japan, and this features Goofy, Mickey, and Donald riding down on a log flume. I'm pretty sure this was some type of limited edition, but I'm not sure what the edition size is. Really simple Splash Mountain pin. This one is part of a 4-pin booster that I believe is still out at the parks. This one is another current open edition that's out in the parks, and it says, "Everybody's got a laugh in place." I really love the design of this pin, and it's such a nice size too. This is another current open edition, one that matches the previous. This features the vultures and says, "What goes up must come down." I think these guys are also really cool because the metal to it is kind of a little bit of a rose goldy. This one here is an old hidden Mickey that is a Splash Mountain cast member costume pin. And finally, I have this Disneyland Splash Mountain piece of history pin that features the showboat geese at the end. This one is a limited edition of 1,000. I'm really excited for the Splash Mountain 25th anniversary pin that will be releasing at Walt Disney World very soon. I think it'll be an awesome addition to my collection. Let me know what your favorite attraction at Disney World or Disneyland is, and also let me know if you agree that Splash Mountain is pretty much the best Disney attraction there is. Thanks for watching! I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more Disney and pin related content. And I hope you have a Zip-a-Dee-Doo Disney day!